Hey guys! Okay, so today's story is one that I've told before, but the video in which I told it, it was kind of jumpy and I missed a couple of points, so I deleted it, and we're gonna see this video as a new, rebooted version of that story. So without further ado, I'm gonna tell you guys about my 9th grade science teacher. So before I get into the event known as the Day of the Cows, which I'm going to get to in a minute here, let's focus on a little bit of backstory, shall we? My 9th grade science teacher okay, how do I explain this? You know those teachers that obviously make it well known that they hate kids, but they're still teaching? She was one of those people, and you know what? At the end of the day, if you don't like kids, why are you a teacher? Like, I don't understand why people who don't like kids go into professions such as teachers or daycare workers, careers in which you are surrounded by kids. Like, if you don't like kids, you picked the wrong profession. But anyways, she and I particularly butted heads, and every single time that I was proud of an accomplishment that I had made in her class, because honestly, I wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed in high school, not afraid to admit that. She would literally try to bring me down or talk me down and say that my work was nowhere near as good as I was making it out to be, when in reality I had put 110% into the assignment to make it the best that I could make it, and she just would brush it off like it was nothing. Now, I had social studies before science, so my social studies classroom was actually literally right above the science room. So I would just go to socials, have my class, whatever, and then go downstairs afterwards. And in socials, we were learning about economy and agriculture. And so my social studies teacher decided to use a more creative teaching method. So what he did is he split the class down the middle. So there were two halves, and one half was known as the economy, and the other one was known as agriculture. And he gave each side of the classroom this big stack of paper cow templates, which essentially we had to cut out and fold in tape and color. Basically, my social studies teacher wanted to see which side of the classroom could make the most paper cows by the end of the class, and any cows that were incomplete, so if they weren't colored, they weren't folded or taped properly, they didn't count. So basically it was each half of the class racing against each other to make as many paper cows as possible. One of my more creative social studies lessons. So the bell for the end of class rings, and my teacher has no idea what to do with all these paper cows. I think we had around 250 to 300 paper cows between the two halves of the classroom. The majority of my classmates from socials had science with me, so they were just going to go downstairs with me to science as well. And we all decided that we were going to take the paper cows down to the science room and scatter them everywhere. We knew for a fact that our science teacher wasn't going to be there for the first few minutes before the bell, so we had just enough time to place these cows everywhere. Like, they were on bookshelves, they were on the freaking chalkboard ledge. There was even a Braveheart colored cow placed beautifully on the projector hanging from the ceiling. Yes, a Braveheart cow. And so all of us are sitting there snickering when the teacher walks in, and she's just so confused. She has no idea what the heck's going on. And then suddenly, it was like slow motion. She looks down at her desk and she just is staring at one of these paper cows. Freaking deadlock staring at one of these cows. I'm not even kidding. And then she starts looking around the classroom and she's noticing all of these freaking cows are everywhere. Now, some of you watching might think that this was a bit mean for us to do this. It was a lighthearted joke. It wasn't anything, malicious or vicious towards her. But the look on her face when she saw those cows, it was freaking priceless. She got so mad at the fact that all these cows were scattered around her room. And I mean, seriously, what harm were they doing? They were just little, origami paper cows. Get over it. So class goes on as usual. I remember looking around the room at random points during the class and seeing and remembering the fact that there were probably about 300 paper cows just scattered around the room, and I literally lost it laughing a few times during the class. And the best part about this whole situation is that, okay, so the bell rang, class was over, everybody goes to leave. She calls on me and Lindsay, because we were the last two heading out the door, and she wants to try and make us clean all of this up, when it wasn't just her and I that put these cows everywhere, but every member of my science class. So unfair and not gonna happen. So Lindsay and I just walked out. We didn't stay behind. We didn't clean up the cows like she told us that we were going to have to, which, again, super unfair considering the fact that, you know, you were gonna make 2 out of the 30 kids in your class who were involved in putting these cows everywhere clean up the mess. Like, it should be all of us, not just 2 out of 30 kids. Eventually, all the cows got taken down except for one. The Braveheart cow. Yes, the Braveheart cow stayed on the projector for about like 5 months until it was taken down. But anyways, you guys, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a massive thumbs up. And leave comments in the comment section below if you want me to tell any more high school or elementary school related stories. I have tons, like so many. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like my videos, and ding the little bell so that you get notifications for new uploads from me. With that being said, I will see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye, guys.